So for those of you who don't know, I love space a lot. So it just, so cool playing this right now. Again, after so long. Because I love space a lot, I really do. I love space. Space is the one thing I probably research the most of. Because, well, again, I love it a lot. Space, astronomy in general, it's just something I do a lot of research on because it's something I really enjoy learning about. Earth science, planet science, space science, all that. Don't mind us, we're currently in 2025, don't worry, we're in the future. So, this is the sun. As you can tell, it's orbiting a little fast. Let me just slow that boy down. So, okay, so I have a very important question for you all. If I were to put the largest star discovered ever, this is the largest star ever discovered, Scotty, a red luminous supergiant. If I were to put this giant star right here where the sun is, how far do you think it would reach out? Do you think it would engulf Earth? Do you think it would engulf Jupiter? Do you think it would engulf Kepop? No. Like, how far do you think it would go? From Mars to Jupiter, I'm guessing? Okay. So someone said about around the asteroid belt here. So, alright, let me just show you how big this star is. Alright, so let me just do comparison. Let me just bring in Betelgeuse, which is a pretty big star. So here's Betelgeuse. As you can tell, it's about to engulf Jupiter, and this is not even the largest star. Yeah, as you can tell. Now let me bring out UI Scotty. Here is UI Scotty. Let me just place it about right here. So as you can tell, the universe ain't in a very good place right now. As you can tell, it's a little big. You know. You see, right now all these names is all the things it engulfs. It completely engulfs the asteroid belt right here. So, as you can tell, it's a bit of a big star. It's a little big, just a little bit. And by the way, before you ask, yes, this entire game is extremely precise and on point with all the information it shows. This had a lot of research put into it. So this size is pretty much right. This is exactly what it would be like if US Scotty would be placed in the center of our solar system. It would almost engulf Saturn. And that is huge. And let me press C here. Let me look directly into the sun. My eyes are currently burning and on fire. I am dead now. It's pretty cool. You see this the sun in our night sky, right? It looks pretty big, right? You can see it. Well, not night sky or day sky, whatever, screw you. Now, let me just, like, that is 1 AU from Earth, which is a pretty far distance, but still. Now, let me do something a little different. Let me scroll all the way out here. Like, right now, we are far away from everything. Like, we are kinda further away than Sedna's orbit, which is already pretty elliptical. Let me just place this wonderful star hurtling towards the sun. As you can tell, the sun is all the way. But yeah, all the way over here. This is the star. Like, here's our solar system. You can tell even Sedna's orbit isn't quite there. Like, let me bring up the orbits. Okay, never mind. It's a little. Sedna's orbit's a little longer, but still, you get the point. It's pretty far away. So let me just go to Earth again. So there's our sun over there. There's UI Scotty. As you can tell, the sun is 1 AU from there. Let me click on UI Scotty here. Distance from you, 584 AU. It is 584 AUs away from me, or which is pretty far away. 8.74 times 10 to the 10th power. That is 8.74 times 10 to the 10th power kilometers away from me right now, and it looks bigger than our sun. The length? No, an astronomical unit is the distance from the sun to the Earth. An astronomical unit is just the distance from here to here. By the way, if you want to kind of have an idea of comparisons, let me do I think it's a chart. Yeah. So here's a chart. This is the UI Scotty compared to all the objects in our solar system right now. Let me go to the sun here. Let me scroll out. Yeah, gives you an idea, right? Okay, I love the music of this game, I swear, it's so calming. So he's an E2 elliptical. E2 ellipticals are elliptical, but galaxies are the biggest galaxies in our solar system. Our biggest galaxy we've discovered is IC 1101. What is this one? Is this just an elliptical? Yeah, it's just an elliptical. So the spiral, elliptical, and irregular. So that's a sphere. Yeah, here is one. And of course, at the very middle of a entire thing, there is always a supermassive black hole in the middle of a elliptical galaxy, and a supermassive black hole is pretty massive, gotta say. The radius is a little huge. This is a supermassive black hole, and it's pretty huge, 5,529 AUs. Remember, when I put down UI Scotty, it was only around 500 AUs away. This black hole, this supermassive black hole alone, is this big. That's how big supermassive black holes are when they're in the center of elliptical galaxies. They are extremely huge. And so what I'm going to quickly do here is I'm going to quickly save this object. Now let me add this supermassive black hole, because this is an example of like the black holes and blah blah blah. So let me just so how big do you think when I add this supermassive black hole, because this supermassive black hole is a pretty good representation of the black holes that are in the center of elliptical galaxies. If I were to put this in the middle of our solar system right now, how far out do you think it would reach right now? Do you think it would pass Sedna's orbit? Do you think it would just engulf Uranus? What do you guys think? Out to Uranus? Alright, so let me quickly just spawn that. This is the exact same supermassive black hole. There's nothing different about it. Let me go to user objects. This is the same exact supermassive black hole. Nothing's been altered. It is the same one. This is the entire black hole. This is the typical black hole size for ones that are in the center of elliptical galaxies, especially the huge ones. This is about how big it is. Let me just put it down right here. You can tell right now there is a giant black void right there. Let me just turn off everything. These are asteroids you're looking at. Right now, this giant black hole is blocking the view of an entire area. Because for those of you who don't know, when you're looking at a black hole, you're looking at its event horizon, not the black hole itself. The contents inside a black hole is unknown, but when you're looking at a black hole, you're looking at its event horizon. Now, the scary thing about it is, if you're looking at a black hole, you will see nothing but black. Like, let me try and find something in the outer reaches of our here. You see all these stars out there, right? You see all the stars, and then you look directly into this black void. That is the event horizon right there. It is a black void in space. right now, like right there. That is a literal black void in space, and that's the black hole. That's not just a bunch of stars dying at the same time. That is a black hole that I just put down. And it looks huge. It is massive in the night sky, but yet it is this big. It is huge, man. It's so cool. It's so freaking cool. Let me cause the supernova to happen right now. I'm just gonna blow up the sun. Don't worry. It's nothing new. So I'm just gonna blow up the sun. Alright, so let me just slow this way down. Just go ahead and get the second down here. So we're at 1 second. Oh boy, it grew. Okay, yeah, so right now we're looking at a supernova in progress. It's kind of roasting our planet alive right now. As you can tell, the supernova is a little hot. It's climbing pretty high. It's a little sad. You know, like, you notice how this temperature of Uranus is kind of heating up a little bit. Like, look at Zedna over here. Right now, its temperature is okay. It's going down. In fact, it's not that bad. It's a little cold. Oh no, it's going up now. That's a problem. It's a big problem. It's getting a little hot. 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 Cause you see, a supernova is pretty hot. If you could guess, a supernova is extremely hot because of its energy. Cause you know, hot heat is just how energetic the molecules are. The hotter something is, the more energetic the molecules are. Like right now, when something is really hot, they are bouncing like crazy. They are active. The problem is, the supernova is extremely, as it's filled with energy, it is extremely, like, the molecules are just insane. So the supernova is extremely hot and radiates like crazy. The problem is that due to that, it literally roasts planets alive because it's radiating a lot of heat. Because you notice we've lost Earth and Mars and all that. Well, that's probably because they literally got burnt to a crisp. Like they lost their mass because of how hot it is. That's amazing. Like let's look at Kapov here. It's kind of losing its radius. Kind of, a little bit, maybe. But Kapov here is kind of having a hard time. Like look at this thing. It's not doing too well. Temperature's a little bad, I gotta say. I don't think this thing's gonna survive for very long, gotta say. Well, let's put it out of its misery and blow it up. It's to get dead forever now. Alright, let me just see what let's bring the black hole. See that black hole right here? It's about to screw this thing up. Also, don't mind Jupiter and whatnot. They're currently moving a little fast because you see, when you all of a sudden add a giant source of gravity, a lot of things are going to be heavily attracted to it. Just gonna say right now. Because then, judging on how this thing is currently moving at 10% the speed of light, 2% the speed of light, 30% the speed of light, 40% the speed of light, 50% the speed of light, 60, 70, and it's dead now. So as you can tell, it kinda got a little bit of a problem there. Yes, black holes fade away due to Hawking radiation, which is a process of virtual particles appearing on different sides of the event horizon. Because you see, To be able to escape a black hole's event horizon, you have to travel faster than the speed of light, which based off Einstein is impossible. And how Hawking radiation works is, all around us, virtual particles are appearing in space. These virtual particles are unbelievably, unimaginably small. And they appear and then collide into each other. They disappear to collide into each other, and it's constantly happening all around us. And they disappear and then crash into each other. Now, when they're crashing into each other, they're done. But what makes Hawking radiation work is, if those two virtual particles appear on opposite sides of an event horizon, one virtual particle will go into the black hole while one will just blast off into space and become some molecule. I forgot which one it was. Because of that, that is what causes the energy of the black hole to fade out. The problem is that in supermassive black holes, that radiation would take a Googled years because of how big it is and how small virtual particles are. But over a Google years, eventually it would fade away. So for those of you who don't know, the distance between the Earth and the Moon is so much larger than people realize. And you could literally fit every single planet in our solar system in between Earth and the Moon. Hopefully this is G's are disabled right now. Here's the Moon, and here's the Earth. This is literally what you can do. You could fit everything in between. Yeah. So there you go. It's kind of interesting to think. How about we have a little fun, shall we? Let's bring it to 1 and see everything collide. Let's have a little fun here. Let's see, G's are set to 1 now. We're all dead. We're all very, very, very dead. Oh god. Oh, it's so cool. Oh man, Saturn's rings are never gonna be the same again. Problem is, Saturn isn't even gonna live through this. It's dead. It's very dead. Okay, well the Earth is kind of... Yay! Oh, that's so cool, man. These explosions, this fire is literally bigger than Earth. It's so weird to think this entire explosion is literally bigger than Earth itself. Like, these explosions would engulf Earth whole. Oh, it's so cool. Oh no, the asteroids are all gone. Saturn's asteroids are no longer there. So people think that this is like the actual distance between the Moon and the Earth. People always think that because it looks so big in our night sky, it seems like the Moon is like this. But that's because scale is different. Do you want to see what it looks like when the Moon is this big right in front of us? Do you really want to see what it looks like? I don't think you would like it too much. We're kind of looking inside it, but it doesn't matter. Let me just show you. Let me just show you. Okay, you guys ready? Oh dear lord. This would be the Moon in a night sky if it was that close. It's a little bit of a problem. You can notice the difference, right? Yeah, the Moon's having a hard time. Hey, the Earth has rings now. Let me just quickly, you guys want to see what it looks like right now? Turn off labels. This totally isn't scary at all. See, this is totally fine. This is acceptable. This is very acceptable right now. This is totally acceptable. This is totally acceptable. Where is it? I need a label on. Labels. There you are, buddy. It's getting a little close, gotta say. Okay, it's not fast enough. We need to speed it up all the way. There you go. As you can tell, it's getting a little close. This is perfectly acceptable. This is perfectly acceptable. This is perfectly acceptable. This is perfectly fine. I just paused it. We can just see a tiny bit of it. This is exactly what you see in the night sky. So over here in China, right now we're in China. This is kind of a representation. Here's the night sky. Oh, it's so beautiful. There's a random asteroid. That's cool. Oh, hey, there's a planet or a moon. This is literally what the China people in China would say. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so the planet just broke our atmosphere. But you see, the problem is that that didn't happen because it can't program that. It can't show that. So let's just blow up the Earth. Alright, let me just slow this way down because this is interesting to watch here. Want to slow this down a little more? 1. So I just blew up the Earth from its core. This is what happens when you blow up a planet from its core. This is literally like quadrillions of TNT or something like that. It's dead. It's long and the short of it. It is very dead. Boom. Giant and the white dwarf. This is demonstrated by In the Sun. Real time. Look at that! That is so cool! Oh, it's so bright though. Apparently we're in the Milky Way, it's cool. And the Milky Way ain't really showing, but don't worry about that. All the stars are dead. Oh, that's so cool. Look how bright that is. It's so bright, man. Let's speed that up a little bit. There you go. Let me see if I can change the type of the nova or something. Ooh, boy. Right away. Right away. Right away. It just blows up. Bam. It's bright. It's awesome though, man. I think I can change. Yeah, it's just type L. I can't change it. Let me kind of separate them a little further away. It might be smart. Oh my god. It's worth mentioning how fast they're moving. They are moving fast. So yeah. Prepare yourself. It's about to get big. Bam. Is this the type Ella? There you go. The type Ella supernova. Awesome. Make it 1 second per second. Look how fast it orbits, man. Oh, that's cool. Oh my god, yes. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, so, look at that. Typella. It's a different Typella, but it's still Typella. It's so cool. Oh man, I'm geeking out from this, man. Oh my god. It's so cool. Oh. So yeah. Another thing I was doing, let me just do something here, hold on. I'm gonna have a little fun here. So, let me just put down the sun here. I'm gonna kinda have a little bit of fun here. I'm just gonna disable that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this, I think it's radius. I'm gonna make it the size of 100 Milky Ways. So, if you're a little confused, this is basically the sun, the size of 100 Milky Ways, aka 10 million light years in diameter, which I think is the size of IC 1101. Good for you, man. I'm just gonna build that. Just gonna I'm just gonna do that. It's kind of a that's alright, so you see it's kind of it's a little big. It's a little it's you see this is basically IC 1101 if it were right in front of us. So let me just tell you, because when you use your scroll wheel to back up, it scrolls exponentially, basically meaning every time I bring back the scroll wheel, it does it 2 times as much as it did before, like right now. If I scroll back, say right now, oh crap, say right now I'm looking at the sun. Right now if I scroll back about 100 kilometers, now 200, now 400, now 800, now 1600, now 3200, now 6400, something like that. It's exponential. This is so to give you an idea to how big that is. I'm gonna scroll back. I'm gonna keep telling you into how long I'm scrolling. So, all right, I'm still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. I'm still scrolling. There you go. To give you an idea how far away this is. So let me just select that. So let me show you how far away this is right now. The distance from us is 155 Milky Ways from us, which if you want an idea of how far away that is, I'm going to quickly turn this into parsecs, which is a lot of parsecs, light years. Is currently 8,585,094 light years away from me right now, meaning it would take 8 million years for the light from that thing to reach us in the first place if we were able to see it. All you have to do to make a solar system burn is just make the sun nova, because the supernova is extremely hot because of the energy being extremely massive in the nova. All the molecules are extremely active, and the more active molecules are, the hotter they are, because when heat is basically how active the molecules are. So when I make the sun nova and make the molecules go boom, I roast the solar system alive. It's hard to see, but right now Earth is extremely small. It's only 9.91 kilometers in diameter. It's now gone forever. Earth is no longer there because it got roasted alive because of how hot it is. And we end with a supernova, and I might use that as my next thumbnail, is that little supernova. So yeah, thanks for coming. This was 2 hours of Universe Sandbox. That was interesting. I might do this again. That was fun. I enjoyed this a lot. I love space. But for now, yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone for coming.